Sucker Punch opens tonight.
That's right, it does.
You know, people have been bugging us to do a recent movie.
They have.
But I don't know much about it. It's like...
I know it's Zack Snyder, the guy who did Watchmen, 300, Dawn of the Dead. But supposedly this is from an original piece of work. It isn't a remake or anything.
Huh.
I say let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
It's super happy, awesome movie time.
So I don't know anything much about this. I mean, it's supposed to be a girl, I guess you said, in an institution.
That's the impression that I got. It's you know, like I said, the trailer's a little misleading. It looks like it's going to be totally post-apocalyptic, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that.
The trailer also made it look like sort of like a quest movie.
It's going to have the Uber CG. Oh, and Scott Glenn! Scott Glenn is in it! I love when Scott Glenn is in a movie!
You're going to have to go around back because our fans are going to be swarming the front.
Alright, first impression?
During the fantasies,
Okay.
they couldn't actually be hurt by anything, really.
Okay.
But it also, if you took out the stuff when, which I never forgot about.
Right.
I was waiting to go back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
From
Yeah.
the beginning. If you took out that, the movie's 10 minutes long.
Yes.
And the rest is just like, ha, we're a movie, we think we're clever. You?
Okay. Let's see. Showgirls plus steampunk plus Smashing Pumpkins video equals Sucker Punch.
Yes. Yes, true.
Just for the first hour, that's all I can think. My God, it's a Smashing Pumpkins video. It's this,
Right.
This is Billy Corgan's wet dream.
Yep.
Let's talk about Sucker Punch.
We're in the director's fantasy world.
Oh, clearly we're in Zack Snyder's fantasy world.
Let's talk about characters. We have Baby Doll,
Right.
who is apparently our protagonist, who is
Crazy.
appears to have accidentally killed her sister and is dragged into a mental institution. And story-wise, I like the idea of her living out the fantasy in her mind, and that she's insane and she's living this out. But I wanted more connections to the world that we were seeing and the worlds that we were seeing the fantasy in. The soundtrack was excellent, I thought. The soundtrack was a lot of fun.
I could have done without it. I mean, it's not that I could have done without it. I didn't think it was as great as you and the rest did. It just seemed like too many covers, and I think I wanted a different voice singing.
It would have been nice to, maybe have something original in there rather than just this.
Yeah.
I think it was all covers, but that was nice to lend some familiarity into this kind of disjointed fantasy worlds that were entirely familiar, because we'd seen everything in there before. It just had never been put together in this particular manner.
Yes. The people who really like this movie are going to look at what we're saying and they're going to say, you guys didn't get it. We got it. We got it. We got the psychological thing. We got the fantasy thing. We got the amalgamation of all different kinds of genres and styles, and you know, if you take steampunk Nazi zombies and you put them together with the space weaponry and it's fun, and I get it.
And World War II weapons and
yes,
yeah, and it's fun, except at the same time that it's fun, it's also a little boring because they're in impenetrable in their fantasy world.
Yes.
I mean...
There's no real danger.
Right.
So is this a case of style over substance? I mean, it looked good, sounded good. It had a great surface to it, but underneath that, did you see anything?
It was like, okay. It was the prettiest wrapping ever, and the box was empty.
Okay.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
I would say if steampunk, fantasy, psychological science fiction is your thing, it's worth a look.
If you want a popcorn movie, great effects movie, weak story movie, what I've been saying. But
I didn't hate it.
But I didn't hate either.
From the big screen to the big couch, this has been Super Happy Awesome Movie Time with Jim.
And Drosh. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys. These little lights?
They are.